All right. Well, it is 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, so we will get started. Thanks to everyone who did our audio check with us a little early, and for those just logging in, welcome to Stepping Stones to AAC, AAC in Bloom. I'm Heather Prenovo, and I have Brittany Tony with me manning the chat window, and also going to co-present. So again, welcome to our Stepping Stones to AAC series. I'm Heather Prenovo. I'm the Bitmoji on the right. I am a speech-language pathologist and an AT consultant for Saltillo, and I work with teams in Minnesota and Wisconsin. And I have the lovely Brittany Tony with me.
Hey everyone. I am the Bitmoji standing up, waving hello with the short hair. I'm so glad that you are joining us this evening. We're so excited to share this topic with you tonight about AAC in Bloom, where we're going to be planting some flowers, or should I say Heather will be, not me. This is our Stepping Stones classroom. I forgot to grab that bit.ly beforehand, but we can put it in the chat window for you towards the end, or if Heather can grab that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is, so if you're not familiar, if you've never joined us before, this is our Stepping Stones to AAC classroom. What's cool about this classroom is once we put the bit.ly link in the chat window, you will be able to interact virtually with this classroom. So those icons on the shelf there represent all the trainings that we have done thus far or will be doing in the next month or so in our Stepping Stones to AAC series. So if you can click on the icon, it'll take you to the YouTube video that's been recorded. If you can't click on it, that means we just haven't done it yet. I think most of those you should be able to click on. The core board or the low-tech board that you see there takes you to our low-tech boards that you can download and print for free. The Go icon goes to some other free resources for you and our chat corner on Saltillo's website. So just check it out. And this is great. You can share with families or colleagues or whomever might benefit from this classroom. So definitely check it out.
So again, welcome. AAC is a journey, and for some it may be the beginning of their journey that you're starting on right now, or maybe you've been doing it for a little while and just want some more information, some more ideas. And so wherever you are in your AAC journey, we hope that this information will help guide you and help you to support your AAC user. So why are we here today? And what are we going to do? We are going to look at some strategies that you can use while doing various activities. And tonight's activity is talking about planting flowers or flower seeds.
Okay, let me go over this form really quick. So this handout is what we use for all of our trainings for the Stepping Stone series. So this is just, first we will choose 3 core words to go along with the activity that Heather will be doing tonight. And then we're going to go through different scripts that we can use in order to model questions and comments for our AAC users on their device in order to help prompt them to use either the target core word or to respond using that word. So, and then step 3, how will you model? So just thinking about bringing it all together, how are you going to model either that 1-word phrase or that 2- or 3-word phrase based on where your AAC user is at? But this is in your materials. Download this, print it off, make copies. You can use it. You can share it with families. You can share it with coworkers, teachers, whomever that you are working with. To reproduce and help you think through how to model AAC for various activities. This next form or material or resource is our Stepping Stones to AAC reference guide. So this is going to help you remember what we did tonight. So if you after this training, if you're like, oh, I can't remember what we did, well, this is a great place to refer back to, or again, sharing this with your team for that AAC user. So we're going to be choosing core words. It's going to show you that, and then just reminding you of how to go through each of these areas on that planning form that we just talked about.
All right, so with that in mind, let's get started. And why did we choose planting flowers or planting seeds? We know it's springtime. Hopefully it's warming up where you are. I'm finally, getting out of the freeze. I'll share a story after we watch our little video about springtime here in Minnesota. But there's lots of core words that we're able to do, to talk about and model when we're doing all these springtime activities. Planting flowers, we can also start targeting describing words. So we could talk about colors, we can talk about sizes, we can talk about the amounts of seeds or the amounts of flowers. You can come back and then talk about how the flowers are growing. And so just making comments. So there's so much that we can do while we're doing the planting activity. Plus we can enjoy some of the nice fresh air and sunshine.
Okay, so this is our low-tech board that we're going to be using for this training, and again, we've used in other trainings that we do as well. This is our 96 location low-tech board that is based off WordPower 60 Basic. So if you're familiar with WordPower 60 Basic, it's going to look pretty similar. Why we use this low-tech board is because almost all of these words on this low-tech board are core words. So core words are 80% of the words that we use in everyday language or everyday speech. And so it's really important to be modeling those words for AAC users. And low-tech boards are a really great way to start, especially if your AAC user does not like you touching their device. Believe me, I've had a few of them. Or just because it's just great to have, just to whip out, and no matter what vocabulary your client is on, just to be modeling those in a low-tech way. You can take it to the pool this summer with you, or the beach, or wherever that you may be going. It's just a quick tool to have. And throughout this video that we're going to be watching, just be thinking of some of the words that you hear Heather using while she is planting her beautiful flowers. So just think of those, and we'll go through in a little bit on, maybe we're going to talk about what words that you heard. So
perfect. So Brittany's going to get this started. And just a side note, I apologize. It was a windy, blustery day, so there's a couple spots where you'll hear some wind. But for the most part, you should be able to hear the voice.
And let me know if you cannot hear it. Unfortunately, our audio tonight has not been great. So just let us know if you're having trouble. We can try to translate for you. So let me just turn my volume up really quick.
All right, so it's springtime. I love flowers. So let's plant some seeds. I love yellow. We're going to plant some yellow marigolds. First, we have to dig a hole in the dirt so that we can put those seeds in. Next, we're going to add the seeds. We need to put them in. Put the seeds in the dirt. I think we need some more seeds. Let's put more in. Now we need to add some more dirt. Let's put some more dirt on top. Put the dirt in. Put more in. Then we have to put some water in. We want our flowers to grow. I love springtime.
Okay.
And yes, I had to record it a couple times, so I've got the script memorized here. So based off of that video, we're going to look at our organizational tool. And if you could put in the chat window, what are some core words that you heard me use during that video? And if you need to refer back in and more, perfect. Thank you, Nadia. Put on top, need. I told you there were lots of core words that you can use for this. Love, yep.
Good one. I heard next.
Ooh, yeah.
Great job.
All right, so step 2 on your organizational tool is talking about open-ended questions. So open-ended questions, if you're not familiar with that, they are going to be questions that require more than just a yes-no answer. They offer the opportunity and encourage communication with your AAC user. So having that opportunity to have lots of different things that they could say instead of just a yes or no is why they are so powerful. So as kind of just a little quiz with the questions you see on your screen, which one would you say is an open-ended question? Do you need seeds? Or how many seeds should we plant? Question 1 or question 2? Lisa says question 2.
Great.
Nadia says question 2.
Correct. You're both right.
Yay! You are correct. So yes, with that question, how many seeds should we plant? They could say lots. They could say 1. You know, we've got options. There's not, we're not tied in and we don't have to predict what they might say. So if we have those different words available, open-ended questions provide those opportunities for us to keep talking about it. And then if they say lots, we can show them different amounts, or we want lots of this color. We can expand on it. Whereas if we just say, do you need it? Do you want it? We're kind of stuck after they say yes or no, right? So I chose the words put, more, and love as my core words to target for this activity. And you guys picked up on those. So when we write an open-ended question for this, it can be that the word, our core word that we're targeting, is in the question, or it could be that it could be the response or the answer to the question. So in the chat window, if you can come up with a question for put, what kind of questions could we use that either have put in the question or the answer would be put? Maybe one question could be, what should I put in the dirt? Where should I put it? Awesome.
Good.
What should I do with the seeds? Yep, I can say put them in.
Great.
Perfect. How about the word more? What questions could we use with more? How much soil? Good. Or what do I need? How many more do you want? Ooh, I like that one too.
That's what I was going to say. Lisa, that's a good one.
You guys are rocking this. All right, how about love? What kind of an open-ended question can we do with the word love? Based off of what I was talking about, what do you love about spring? I was going to say, what season do you love?
I like that one, Nadia.
Yeah. And again, with this one, I found that it's nice that we can do that emerging communication where we have just the, what do you need? And we can then expand up for those that maybe have some more language skills, more comprehension of some of those more abstract words, and we can model those too. Lots of room for growth.
What don't you love? Like, I don't love the pollen that comes from the flowers because it makes me sneeze. I'm just kidding.
And wait till you see video too. I'll tell you what I don't love about springtime.
Oh, yes.
So the next part is going to be about possible comments. And so with possible comments, we know that some children are not yet responding to those questions. So you might ask the question, what do we need? What do you love? And they aren't responding yet. And that's okay. Maybe they don't know the answer. Maybe they don't know where to find the words. So what we can do is we can model for them what they could say. And so writing down 1 or 2 comments that you could model for them, that helps you prepare, helps you think about what you want to say, so that in the heat of the moment, you don't have to be like pulling it out. You have some comments ready. We want you to keep them at or just above their language level. And what we mean by that is if they are pressing 1 or 2 buttons on their device right now, they're using 1 to 2 words. We don't want to be modeling 5, 6, 7 word sentences for them right now. If you think about our verbal children when they're learning to talk, we don't jump from them saying, cookie, and we do, I want a chocolate chip cookie with frosting. That's, way above level. And yes, can you tell I'm hungry for dessert? So when we're modeling with AAC, keeping that at 2 or 3 words beyond what they are saying is going to be helping them expand and slowly grow their language. And Melanie, good question. Are we going to be having a copy of the presentation? We don't have a copy of the PowerPoint. We do provide those handouts, and then the recording of the presentation tonight will be up on our website that you can look at and review or share with others to have them watch. So, great question. So with those possible comments, let's look at our sheet and see if we can come up with some possible comments that we could make with the word put. Or even thinking back to some of the phrases or sentences I used. So it could be as simple as put in or put it in. Yep. Lisa and I are thinking the same way here.
We put more in. You could use 2 of those words.
Perfect. Or we could start adding pronouns. I put in, you put in. And depending upon where they're at, maybe we could do I put more in. So as you can see, as we're thinking ahead, now when we're actually doing the activity with our child, we have those right at the ready and we don't have to think about it. We can focus on modeling. How about more? We can use the same phrase, put more in. I always like when we can repeat and have that repetition. The more we say it, the more we model it, the better they have the opportunity to learn it. I want more, like it. More seeds please. No more, even better.
Oh, I like that one.
So however we can expand is great. And then my favorite, how about love? What comments can we model with love? I think I said, I love yellow. I love yellow flowers. I was really excited to find.
Spring.
I love spring. I normally do.
This year's been hard. Today it was 78 here, and well, I'm in Indianapolis, but Cincinnati is where I live. But yeah,
Made it up to 60.
I'm like, well,
so I'm happy.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly. All right, you guys get the idea with that one. So just jotting down those options. So then in the bottom section, what that's about is how are we going to model? And we want you to start thinking ahead about that 1-word model if I'm just touching and saying 1 word, or if I'm starting to expand to 2 or 3 words. So having those pre-written down so that you can think about how am I going to expand this? And again, if you're child or your student is at a higher level already, then go ahead and come in and do 3-4 word, utterances and put those down. Our next step is then to take that and find the words on your low-tech board or on your device. So that way, again, you don't have to think about where are these words. You've already practiced and found them. And so we would start looking for put and more and love. So you see those highlighted on your board here. So if you've got the printout of your low-tech board, or if you have a Word Power 60 Basic available, you can find those on your system. And I always recommend practice without your child or your student first. Find this, practice saying it, and practice touching it so that it gets to feel more natural. If you're just touching one word and still saying a whole sentence, that's okay. Get comfortable with that, and then slowly you can start modeling and maybe adding in that put more in, but start out simple. So we have one more video here, and this time I have the low-tech board with me. I will try to narrate over it. Again, you're going to miss out on the wind and a couple of wood ducks that decided to take flight in the middle of this video. And then I want you to be watching for what happens at the end of the video. I love springtime. I love it. I really love yellow flowers. I love yellow marigolds. What should we do with the flowers? First, let's make a hole in the dirt. We're going to put the seeds in the dirt. We're going to put them in. Put more. What do we need? We need more seeds. Put more in. What do we do next? Oh, we need to put more dirt in. We need to cover up those seeds. Put more dirt in. We put more in. Next, we need to water our seeds. We put the water in the pot. I love springtime. Oh, and I cut off the video. So just after I said I love springtime in the video, it started to snow here in Minnesota. And there were flurries fluttering onto the pot of flowers or seeds and my board. So the irony of it. All right, so after trying that out, walking through our planning tool, our organizational tool, and practicing with a low-tech board, we want you to kind of reflect upon these strategies, these tools. What questions do you still have? How did it feel to practice with the board if you were able to print that out and try it? And what are some next steps you have in mind for your AAC user after tonight? So if you could chat window with us. And while you're typing, we'll put up our contact information. If you have questions for us after this evening, please let us know. Feel free to register and join us for next month's Stepping Stones. I believe we are going to be talking about baby animals.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Have a great evening, and we hope to see you next month.
Bye, guys.